I was only planning on reading one of these, but somehow I read the entire trilogy. Bracing for Impact. Like, this is insane. I literally was one of those girls who made her Instagram bio okay with the text bubble emoji. I loved this book as a kid. Like, I just remember rereading it multiple times. Oh crap, this is so sad. Hello everybody and welcome back. So this is gonna be a fun one. I am excited. We are going to be rereading some of my favorite books from my childhood and then teenage years, I guess. So let's hop in. You guys are seriously gonna be wondering if I'm okay after this, but this was my book back in 2014. I literally was one of those girls who made her Instagram bio okay with the text bubble emoji. Like, that emoji became my thing after reading this. Like, it was kind of interesting. But I have read, I think, almost all of John Green's book back in the day, but not for a while. I think the last one I tried to read was Turtles All the Way Down, like right when that came out, but I never finished it. We're gonna do this because maybe I just want to cry. I'm sorry, but some of the quotes eat in here. I'm literally on page 26, but I just wanted to say that I actually remember this a lot better than I thought I would, probably because I've seen the movie a crap ton of times. But yeah, there's still some details I don't remember exactly, so I'm intrigued to see how it goes. Also, part of me is like not really in the mood to read this, but that's just because I don't really reread books a lot or ever, because I just like feel like I have so much other stuff to be reading, so I don't do it. Yeah, I'm gonna force myself to get through this because like the text is so big that I should be able to fly through it. It's just such a nice feeling, like having a book that like I read multiple times as a kid, because like the cover's so like I can just, and I don't care. So I got this from half price originally too. I wish I kept a sticker on it as a child, because I could then they put the, I think it has the date on it or something, where I could see how much I bought it for. It's been like 10 seconds, but look what they just said, and look what is a common slang term now. So one thing about this book is Hazel and Gus, they're both book lovers, which we love to read about book lovers because we are book lovers. And she's an OG for this because she says, frankly, I'd read your grocery list. That's like what we say now. Like, I say that about Sarah J. Maas. She's the OG. Maybe this is where it came from. I don't know. Okay, little update. I am on page 105, and literally I've just been dog-earing this book because to me, since I read this as a kid and it's like more worn, I want to make it even more worn since I'm reading it now as an adult, even though I don't feel like an adult. But I literally dog-eared the page on a page I dog-eared before. Maybe the person who had it before me from half price did it. I don't know. I'm actually enjoying this a lot more than I originally thought I was gonna. I feel like with the first like 30-50 pages, I didn't really get into it and I felt like I wasn't really in the mood for it, but now I'm really hooked and I'm just so enthralled in the story, and I feel like it's just such a wholesome story, and it is kind of nostalgic because it just reminds me of when I first read it and like the era that when this was popular. So yeah, I just love their romance, and I just love especially Gus's, his personality. He's obviously going through so much, but he is still hilarious and he still does so much for those around him. So I'm really liking it, and I need to look up what streaming service the movie's on so I can watch it. Also, can we talk about the fact I was just reading his little blurb and it says, with his brother Hank, John is one half of the Vlog Brothers. I didn't know that he had a YouTube like that too. I mean, I still can't get over the fact that he is oh my gosh, that history YouTube channel, what is it called? Crash Course. Yep, I need to look up this YouTube channel. Did I know that? I don't remember. Oh my gosh, there they are. He like does so much, John Green. There they are, Vlog Brothers. John Green does so much history YouTuber, Vlog Brother YouTuber, author. Oh my gosh, they still post. That's crazy. Okay, I need to stop going down the John Green rabbit hole. I'm about to go to bed, but before I do, I just wanted to pop in an update. I'm on page 154, and the thing with this book is like it's so mundane and like nothing plot-wise is really happening dating. Like I feel like with a lot of other romance books they throw in like a mystery or like a, you know, like some like fake dating thing, but with this it's just like they're going about their lives and what they're going through, and they are with each other in their lives and there for each other. And I feel like that's what I love, like a more character driven story, how it's almost like a character study, like you're learning about their lives and them together, like not some like other random plot that's going on. I will say though, like I love a literary fiction with a side of romance, but like that's a whole other vibe. Like this is just like wholesome first true love type story where they both care so deeply about each other and there's just so many factors influencing their relationships, but they still are like, you know, just soulmates. Even though I know what's happening, I'm like giggling like an idiot. Well, most of the time I'm kind of sad, but you know, I'm just like giddy for them about what they're feeling. Okay, I am now 170 pages in. It's still going great, and like where we're at now, this is my favorite part of the book, like where they're at, what they're doing. So I'm really excited to relive it because I can't remember all the details and it's just such a big moment for them. Also, we need to talk about this new Alani flavor. I found it early and like no one knows what the flavor is and I don't know either. Guys, my college education just paid off because when she mentions Maslow's hierarchy of needs, I knew what she was saying before the pyramid existed. Just proud moment because, you know, sometimes you feel like what you learned in school doesn't really stick with you, but this did. Maslow's hierarchy. We've reached the point where it's getting very sad, so bracing for impact. I remember them being at this place in the movie, but I didn't remember like what happened, but like I could picture it in my head, and now we're there and I'm like, oh crap, this is so sad. I don't remember this part, but it's just like, what is going on? Like, how? All the W's. What, why, when, how? How's not a W, but like, you're creepy. Okay, so since The Fault in Our Stars is just such a widely read book and movie, I thought I'd do a little spoiler section, which is something I don't really do ever, so I guess get excited. Also, yes, I've been wearing this sweatshirt every day. Yes, it has been washed once, and also I don't wear it out of the house. I have inside clothes and outside clothes because I just cannot wear inside clothes outside and outside clothes inside, you know? This is an inside sweatshirt for the week, meaning I have not left the house in it, meaning it is clean. So, sorry, not sorry. Anyway, The Fault in Our Stars. One of my favorite parts of this book is how much Gus and Hazel bond over the author of how do you say it? Van Houten? I don't know. In the book, because that is just something that's like so wholesome, how they love the same book and how she recommended it to him and then he read it and loved it, and then he recommended her the books he liked and she read them and enjoyed them too. Like, that's just so sweet to me. And like when they went to meet the author, that guy is such an a-hole. Like, he just, like, why would you act like that to people? And then the way that he showed up at the funeral and then just like appeared in the back of her car, what was that? Like, genuinely, what was that? That's actually scary. That was just weird to me. Isaac, I loved him. He was such a good character, and I loved how, I'm talking like I haven't read this before, I just loved how he was Gus's friend and then he became Hazel's friend too. It was really sad though how his girlfriend like dumped him when he was about to get the surgery. I'm like, babe, that's actually rude to break up with someone because of something medical that they're gonna go through. Like, it's just insane, but I really loved him and I thought it was hilarious. Like, he's just such a funny character, and the things, like, he just has such a good sense of humor, I feel, and it just seems like such a good friend and someone that I would want to associate with. He just was, I feel like, positive. Obviously he was sad at some points, but he was still overall positive and just adapted well. Like with the computer thing, he was so sweet to read about. And yeah, obviously Gus dying, genuinely that freaking hurt. And I think for when I first read this, I had no clue that his cancer was back. Like, that was crazy to me. I mean, there was definitely signs that I picked up on now, but I don't know if I did when I first read it. But oh, that's... And the scene at the gas station, actually, I think I cried. I think I cried. That scene is brutal. Oh my gosh, it's so sad. There's just so many good quotes like in that scene that just hit. Throughout the book too, there's good quotes, but oh my goodness. This book is so incredible and I need to watch the movie now. Spoilers are over. We are back to the regular scheduled program. Hey! Okay, so I just started The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer. I read this like 8 years ago, and low-key so far I'm like hooked. Like, I'm addicted so far, so I'm excited to keep going. Okay, I'm on like page 50 now, and I don't remember like any of this book. I remember like parts of it and like scenes and characters, but I don't remember like, I guess, the deeper reason of what was going on, because there's a lot of like mystery, like just questions that we have, and I don't remember that. I feel like I was probably, well, I know I was like a little confused about it when I first read it, so hopefully this time I can figure it out more. But I'm really into the story. Like, the writing's really great. I'm loving it. I don't know if it's because I've like read it before or just it's good, but yeah. Now that I read that, it makes sense. I'm remembering that, but I still need an answer about this, because every time something like this is brought up in a book, I cannot rest until I know answers. So I am alright, I am on page 140 now, and it's still going great. Like, it's just so fast paced to me. Like, I just can't stop reading, and the pages have big font, the chapters are short, so it's like perfect. But I can't remember what I said, but basically Mara and her family moved to Florida from wherever they were before, I don't remember, because she was in this like big accident with her friends and she's the only one who survived. So she's dealing with that, and also she doesn't remember what happened, the full story. So you're following her navigating her new like town, I guess, in school, while also trying to remember what happened. I really just can't stop reading. Like, it's so fast-paced and good. I'm on page 240 and I literally updated, I feel like a half hour ago. There's like something more going on to the story, and I don't fully remember what it was. Like, I definitely remember a little bit, but I feel like overall for most of this book I don't remember much at all. Yeah, and I just feel like I'm picturing it differently than I was before, because normally like I can, you know, like remember what I pictured. Like with The Fault in Our Stars, I pictured the same thing I did years ago, but this, it feels completely new to me almost, which I'm liking. But I do feel like this time around I'm understanding it a lot more than the first time I read it, which I'm booking it through this. Like, this is so fast paced to me. I don't know if it's obviously because I've read it before and like my brain knows that, but yeah. So I'm curious if you guys read this, if it was also this fast paced for you. But yeah, let me know. Like, I might finish it tonight, low-key. Okay, I'm on page 280, and with what just happened, I'm like, that was not necessary, and it was very like rushed and too fast paced. I'm just like, that wasn't necessary, but whatever. I do remember this. I have like 30 pages left, and yeah, I'm still eating it up. Like, it's just been so fast paced and easy to read. It's just so interesting, like what is actually going on, and I'm really curious like what genre this technically is, because it's just different. I don't want to say anything because it's like so unique, and yeah. Something's going down. I can't read fast enough. Like, I just need to absorb all the information again. Girl, you better not say that. Yeah, I completely forgot about this in my jaw on the ground. What? No, because I'm looking at what happens in the second one right now. Even though I've already read it, I can't remember. Okay, I read the entire trilogy like 8 years ago, but I don't remember anything from the second and third book, really. I feel like I remember one scene. So I'm gonna look up the second book summary because like I've already read it. I still feel bad doing it, and I definitely will reread the rest of the series, but I don't know right now. Like I want to right now though, but I also want to read other things right now. The summary I found is kind of weird, but I'm definitely gonna read it. Maybe like right even now. Guys, it's been like 10 minutes and I just can't stop, like the urge to continue the series. And like I wish I had a better memory, because I'm like, did I feel like this when I first read it? But I have no clue. And it's honestly kind of awesome though that I don't remember much from the series, because I just feel so invested. And like even though my brain somehow knows what happened, like filed deep away, I don't remember. Like the ending of the first one completely shocked me. So yeah, it's been really great because I don't remember, so it's basically like I'm rereading it mostly for the first time again. So in conclusion, I need to wait about 6 years to reread Throne of Glass. And then it can be like the first time again. I'm just kidding, because that series is on just like such another level that like I will remember. But like this is good to know that my brain is capable of mostly forgetting what happened in books, so then I can reread them again and it can be like the first time. It's kind of sad though, because like I don't want to forget all the books I've read, but that's why we're doing a reread. I was honestly like probably the most hesitant about rereading Mara Dyer because it's a longer book and I feel like it's the most mature book for older readers that I've read so far. I don't know, maybe The Fallen Stars are the start like tied, but as much or have a hard time getting through it, and here I am loving it. So I can't wait to read the second one now. I don't know, I just didn't think I'd really enjoy it. Okay guys, so I was planning on reading this book for the last one in the video, The Ghost of Crutchfield Hall. I loved this book as a kid. Like I just remember rereading it multiple times. It's like a spooky, scary storybook, and it's literally 150 pages, so I just think I can get through this like so quickly. But I was gonna read this next, but then since Mara Dyer went so well, I'm gonna start the second one. I did read like 5 pages of it the other day, and I just remember loving this book so much. It's about, she's 12, Florence, and she is going to live with her great uncle at Crutchfield Hall because she was an orphan. There's the ghost of her cousin Sophia who died the year before, and Sophia's ghost seeks to recreate the scene of her death and cause someone else to die in her place so that she will be restored to life, and she intends to force Florence to help her. So this should be very, very easy to read as a 21-year-old. I'm almost 10 years older than the big girl in this. That's kind of weird. But yeah, right now I'm gonna continue the second Mara Dyer book because how could I not? Let's do that. Can you hear the rain? I just feel like they're underwater on the cover, obviously, but like rain, dark vibes, just fits. Who was gonna tell me this is book 3? I'm like, I've obviously read this before, but I'm like, I feel like I'm missing something. Okay, literally, what am I on? Genuinely. Here we go, volume 2. They both start in similar ways, the second and the third one, so I'm like, yeah, like that's right. Okay, this one's a lot thicker though, that's the issue. That is the issue. I'm just such a short book girly. Can you imagine if I would have started the third one and I hadn't read this series before? I'm going to continue Mara Dyer 2 and then read The Ghost of Crutchfield Hall. I don't think I'll get to the third one in this video. Depends how fast I read the second one, but yeah, I probably won't. Ew, that just made that line. I'm on page 108, which like, again, so fast paced, so easy to get through, font's big, chapters are short. I mean, really, what more could you ask for? I'm really sus of this one character in this one, which like, reading a little bit of the third book on accident, I put 2 and 2 together, like I'm connecting dots. But I think I'd still be sus even if I didn't get that little like spoiler of what comes next. But yeah, I'm eating it up. I feel like I literally don't remember like this at all, really. So it's interesting to reread, even though I feel like I'm reading it for the first time. I feel like I had something else to say, but I forgot. Do you guys like that? No. Okay, it's been a couple hours. I got to page 220, so I'm about halfway. And this one still is really fast-paced and like gripping, but I do feel like a little bit less is happening, which I feel like that's pretty common in the second book in series or trilogies. All that aside, I'm still, I was gonna say fiending, but I don't really like that. I'm still just like itching to read it when I'm not reading. So also, if you guys were wondering why I keep putting the clip in my hair, it's because, do you see that hair? It just like doesn't have a home, so it just goes like that, and that's just like not okay. So I've been trying to get it to go on its proper side, which is over here, but it just wants to be like that. So that's why I've been wearing the clip, because you know, if you had bangs in a day, you gotta wear the clip to get them to go to the side. Okay, bye. I'm on page 320 now, and with where we're at now, I just wanted to turn the camera on because it's very interesting. And I can't remember, like, I guess her reaction to it. I just love the guy in this, the guy love interest. Hi guys, it is the next day. I think I updated yesterday, I don't remember, but so for my progress update, I am almost done. I have like 30 pages left, so today I definitely feel like I could have talked to you guys more, but I've been at the hospital since 5 a.m. and it is 1 p.m. and we're just home because someone I love had surgery, but doing good, so everything's cool. So yeah, I did get a lot of reading done there, and I don't really have like much detailed stuff to say because this is the second book and the end of a second book, but just the guy in this, he is like so down bad for her. Like, he will literally do anything no matter what, and he without a doubt trusts her 100%, and I'm just like, wow, that's crazy. But yeah, where we're at now, it's definitely at a point where like I can't stop reading, so I'm gonna get back to it. Going into this video, I was like reluctant to even get through the first one. Like, I didn't think I'd be this hooked or like want to finish it, but now I'm gonna read the whole trilogy, so I just know I'm gonna finish this and go right into the third. Sorry to editing Caitlin, who is gonna have to crank this out on Saturday night because I just give myself more work to do by reading 2 extra books. Anyways, I'm gonna finish this and then we'll chat at the end and start the third one. Bro is like actually crazy. Not her. You ever just like can't turn the page. She freaking evil. Like, this is insane. You're so cute, bug. Gosh, we just got the meaning of the cover. I've probably read this book like 5 times before. It's so just fast-paced and fun, and I feel like if you're younger than me or you have children. Hello, it's me. I'm literally in a Walmart parking lot right now because I'm in this small town and I have like an hour to kill before I have an appointment. This book actually is getting disturbing. Also, guys, we need to talk. We need to talk. Scooters, winter, Red Bull. I may or may not have gotten extra large, which, how many cans of Red Bull do we think this is? I'm gonna bet 2.5. That's terrible. Okay, why do I remember the third one the least? Like, everything that's happening in this is like brand new to me. I remember finishing the series because I wouldn't have not. Can we talk about the fact that there's a dog named Dash in this book. That hurts. My baby. My baby. Okay, I'm on page 361, and it's just like, this one's so much different than the first two. I literally don't remember how it ends, so let's find out. I just finished the third Mara Dyer book, and I don't know, at the end of it I kind of started skimming, like I was just, I guess, kind of over it. I don't really know how to feel about, like, I did really enjoy the series, but I'm just kind of conflicted about it. I don't know, like I just can't put my thoughts into words about it, or like even know. But the first book was really great, the second one was also really great, the third one kind of fell a little more flat for me. But yeah, I still definitely recommend. The series is just, there's just so much going on in it, I don't even know, it's crazy. But I do feel like too though, the way the third book wrapped up, there's kind of some loose ends. Like I know there's like more books about a different character, I can't see us getting answers about it in there, but yeah, I wished it would have wrapped up more and shown more things. I still have questions. Alright, you guys know what time it is. The Fault in Our Stars. I don't want to rate this, but I think if I had to, I'd do a 4, because I feel like this story is just so wholesome and real, and I just love John Green's writing in this, and just rereading this now, it's just so nostalgic because there's just so many, like, it's just so 2014 and 2016 vibes, and that was a great time to be alive. This is just such a good story. If you haven't read this yet, I highly recommend. The movie's also great. I'm not gonna rate this because it's very much not for my age group anymore, but I remember as a kid I absolutely loved this book, and it was just, even now, it was still a quick, short, fun time. I mean, I think I definitely am a little too old for it now, but it was still entertaining to read and fun to reminisce on, and it was very nostalgic because I really enjoyed the story as a kid, so it was fun. It was like, I feel like a good Halloween time book too, because it's kind of spooky, mystery-y. There were some parts of it that I was like, cringe, or like, wow, that's a little... At the end it did get very fast-paced, but like, as a 10-year-old reading this, did I care? No. And then I was only planning on reading one of these, but somehow I read the entire trilogy, which I think this is like a 4-star trilogy for me, but the first book is the best in my opinion. If I had to describe this series, I don't even like know. It's like mystery, thrilling, horror, dystopian. It's really so unique and unlike anything I've ever read. So if the premise interests you, I definitely recommend reading it because it's so fast-paced, like so fast-paced, and there's some really good characters in this, and I don't know, it's just such an entertaining story, and I really enjoyed reading it again. I will say I really didn't remember much of it when I read it. I feel like I remembered most of the first book, but the second and third, especially the third, I really didn't remember much of what was going on. But that was fun because it was like I was reading it for the first time again. I think first one 4.5, second one 4, third one 3.5, maybe 4, I don't know. It's just kind of hard to rate these because since it is technically a reread, but I didn't remember much of it, you know. These books are just, they're really easy to understand. At some points it is confusing just because, like, if you read it, you know. But yeah, I don't really have much more to say. Definitely pick this series up if it interests you. There's romance, there's friendships, there's family stuff, there's just a lot. It literally has it all, and I don't want to say much because it's like there's just so much going on that, like, I feel like anything I say could spoil or give something away. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.